Friday, December 1st, and this past Wednesday evening we got our materials package in for the shell of our post frame. So I thought I'd take you around, show you what we got and kind of what your basic shell package will include. I ordered this from a company that does post frame packages like this all the time. That's their thing, so they can they have some specific materials that are hard to get elsewhere, but post frame is their deal. There's several companies out there that can do something like this for you. This is just the one I used before. So all this came in on a semi flatbed, and their driver hopped on his Moffett and unloaded all this for me. So let's walk around and see what we got. These are our trusses. So these are 512 pitch, 40 foot, so they'll be clear span. It's the nice thing about post frame, no interior loads. So once you get the shell up, you can do whatever you would like on the inside as far as finishing goes. So that's all the trusses there. Some of those have extensions there for soffit, some don't. It just depends on if they're intersecting with a porch or not. And over here, these are my posts. Most of these are 3-ply 2x6 laminated posts, and you can see they blend in down here and turn into treated. This is ground contact treated, warranted for 50 years, I think, embedded. So 50 years from now, this will probably not be my problem if there's anything wrong there. These are some 2x10 truss carriers. Those will be the girders up top that support trusses. Those are some solid 6x6s on the bottom there. Those will be all the porch posts. They went ahead and made those solid. I'm going to wrap them anyway, so it doesn't really matter if they were 3-ply or not, but I think that was kind of standard for them. All this is just lots of trim shapes. You can see some house wrap under there. Lots of eave trim and J-channel and flashing and that sort of thing there. Lots of 2x4s here. Those are mostly roof purlins. There's some roof metal. We went with board and batten siding, so that's what this is here. You can kind of see the shape of that. That'll have no exposed fasteners. You can see the nail strip right here, and your next run locks in here and covers that up, so that'll look nice. There's some mono trusses there for the back shed style porch. There's some 2x6s there, lots of other framing lumber, more framing lumber here. That's some shorter roof steel for some of the roof metal for some of the other roof segments that aren't as long as the primary roof. There's soffit. They actually sent me all solid soffit, and I did want some vented, so I'm working on getting that rectified right now. Some more board and batten siding there. We've got sheathing here for our sidewalls, because that board and batten siding requires sheathing. If you're doing ag rib, you actually don't even have to have sheathing. But if you're doing board and batten like that, you need some sheathing to back that up. There's the big stack of the board and batten siding there, and then just some more framing lumber down here. So that's the materials. December 2nd, and we are going to auger some post holes today. We just went and rented this dingo with a 24-inch auger. We're gonna auger these 4 feet deep and get things going. Dad and I spent last night getting post holes laid out and marked, so should be ready to roll. Here's our Dingo rental. It's gonna be about 400 bucks for the weekend. We did this with a one-man auger last time, and that was a task, so this time we decided to spend a little money and rent something better. See over here, we've got our strings down. Just leave that string on the nail it belongs on, so we'll put that back up when we're done. And then each flag here is a post hole, except those 2 blue ones. So you can see posts all the way around the perimeter, and posts on the back porch, and posts on the front porch. So I think we got 36 holes to auger, 24 inches diameter, 4 feet from the top of the slab, or from the bottom of the slab to the bottom of the hole. So, time to dig some holes. That's 48 inches. Well, we got a lot done today. Got all of our post holes dug. The Dingo with the auger worked fantastic. We had got 44 holes dug in probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours of work. No problem. Way better than the one-man up and down auger that I used last time. I'll never do that again. You could easily rent this for a day. I had to rent it over the weekend just because I'm working during the week, so it cost me a little bit more. But if you could do it in a day, which you should, I mean, 44 post holes in 3 or 4 hours, you could do all of your post holes for a pretty big project in one day. So highly recommend renting something with some hydraulics to make that a little easier. I'll give you a look around, see what we got done today. So you can see here I've got some dirt cleared out of the way so I can put my string lines back up. Post should favor the inside of that string line just a touch. And these holes don't have to be perfect. In my area, we've got some pretty significant wind loads that are required because we're in eastern North Carolina where we have hurricanes from time to time. So my drawings typically spec out uplift cleats. So that's a 2x6 nailed sideways at the bottom of each post. It's actually 2 of them at the bottom of each post, and those are 12 inches long. So it's nice to have an oversized hole to give you a little bit of wiggle room with that big uplift cleat at the bottom. These post holes are 48 inches deep to the bottom of the pad, and 24 inches in diameter. So you can see down in there, and I'm gonna get something long and heavy that I can tamp those down with before we get ready to drive our grade stakes and pour our footings. We have a few over here at the garage. You can see a couple of these holes. The posts are so close together, it's going to kind of combine into one hole. So we'll just level that up down there and make that one big footer to carry both of those posts. Just to show you how the measurement works here. This string line is run to the top of the slab. So 48 inches to the bottom of a 4-inch slab. We're looking for 52 inches, which would be right there to the string line, and I'm actually more like 55. So I don't mind a little extra thickness in my footers. We just want to be above the minimum. I'll buy a little extra concrete when I get my truck to come here and pour this, and no such thing as too strong of a footing, so no worries there. That dingo is worth its weight in gold to me. I made short work of this.